So what do we have here? Well, if you've been following me, this is my ugly duckling pine. Well, it's turning into a swan now. You're probably wondering, what's with this? Is it supposed to look like that? Not really. It's one of those, I didn't get around to it earlier this year. So what I'm going to do is to go ahead and cut it back and then go back to the shape that's in there. This was more accidental, but this is not a bad technique if you want to make bigger bonsai. Always the first step is get rid of these really vigorous growers. Well, if I had pruned this thing in a timely manner, we wouldn't be in this situation. But if you should get up in this situation, this is what you do. And then towards the end, I'll show you the benefits of growing things this way. If you think I'm just making up excuses, you're right. But you can see that it doesn't take much to cut it back close to where it should have been. I thought I'd just let you take a peek at the progress that I'm making. What I noticed is this thing came up later and it really picked up a lot of energy, so I'm thinking to cut this off. See this tree? And then back to our ugly duckling. They're the same age. Now, the one on the right, it looks pretty good. And so I made this one into bonsai relatively quick in bonsai container. Well, this one too, I made it into a bonsai because of the shape. I always used a deeper pot. And because it was starting to develop into a nice shape, and I was getting more and more compliments, I paid more attention to it. One of the points I wanted to make is, okay, when you let it grow randomly, or if in this case it was just neglected for half a season, you get all this tremendous growth. But what that does is it helps to fatten up the whole tree. And then if we look here, depending on how you define it, okay, for some people it's just a sloppy little branch that should come off. But the longer I keep it, the more taper I would have, because that part will still continue to fatten up. So depends on what you're trying to accomplish. But if you want a large bonsai, you need to think differently than if you were making traditional. I'm going to show you the mess I made and then how it turned out. So as long as you have your basic shape, even with a little neglect, it comes right back. So this is Hiro saying goodbye again, and hopefully you are enjoying these little short chapters on different subjects. I want to thank all my viewers, especially people from all over the world. I never thought that I would ever reach like Peru and Ireland and Australia, but anyway, I'm very thankful that you're all watching. The only problem I have is I can't give you great information about your locale because I've never been there. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. So this is Hiro saying goodbye. So if you go back on the different chapters, look for the first ugly duckling. And that way you could see how it got started.